Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a really highly requested video lately. You guys want to know my pregnancy skincare routine, so I'm going to share what I've been using in the morning and at night. Alright, so I think the big thing for you guys wanting to know my pregnancy skincare routine is how I've kind of like adjusted the ingredients I'm using, the types of products I'm using according to my pregnancy. So one thing I'm going to point out right away is that I've pretty much kept my skincare routine really simple. I think simple is always the best way to go. When you're pregnant, you don't know how your skin is going to be because you have hormones happening and your skin gets a little bit more sensitive, and you just got to be really careful with it. So I think it's good to test things out and everything, but you can really just streamline your skincare routine and do what's working for you according to like what's happening. Like some people have breakouts, some people like me get melasma, some people really do get ultra sensitive skin, and some people get really dry skin. So if you're one of those people, you have to kind of adjust accordingly. I know you guys are looking to my skincare routine to see what you can maybe incorporate into yours, but keep that in mind also. I focus more, my problem has been that I've had a lot more melasma. My skin's a touch more sensitive for sure, and then I also have dryness. So those are the things that I've been facing with my skin. As far as breakouts go, I've actually been breaking out on my body, which has been an interesting one for me. Like my back's been breaking out a little bit and stuff. Nothing intense, but just a little bit, which is more than I usually have. So those are the things that have changed with my skin lately. So I'm gonna start with my morning skincare routine and then go into my nighttime skincare routine because I do use some different products. Usually in the morning, unless I feel like I woke up with like, I don't know, ultra sweaty or something, I usually don't use a cleanser in the morning. I like to just, wake up. I've already like cleansed so much the night before that I feel like my skin is doing pretty good. And I just also don't want to overly cleanse my skin. I feel like you don't want to disrupt the natural oils that you produce. You guys have actually been asking me to review The Ordinary's. One product that I really liked is this one. This is their glycolic acid 7% toning solution, and I really like it. It's very straightforward. It does a good job. Melasma is one of my issues, so I'm really into using glycolic acid to try to minimize it as much as I can. I also really like that they tell you the pH, because a lot of people don't realize this, that it's not about like the amount of glycolic acid that is in your toner, it's really about the pH level, and this is a really good one. This means it's a strong pH level for glycolic acid. So this one's been working really well. I've really liked it, and it's usually what I start with in the morning. Every time I tell people that I use my glycolic toner in the morning, a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, you shouldn't be using it in the morning. You shouldn't tell people that you should use it in the morning because it makes your skin so sensitive to the sun and everything, and it probably makes them have more melasma. And I actually think that that's wrong. It does make your skin a little bit more sensitive to the sun. Even if you're using it at night, you're still making your skin sensitive. You know what I mean? Like it's not like your skin is so much more sensitive in the morning than it is at night. It's like no matter what, if you're using glycolic acid, you have to use an SPF. You have to be mindful of the sun. And so I use glycolic acid normally in the morning time because I tend to use a retinol or a retinol alternative at night, and you don't want to use these kinds of ingredients within the same skincare routine, like within the same few steps. So I like to have that at night. I like to use my AHAs, my glycolic acid, all in the morning. Next up, you guys know I love a vitamin C in the morning. I had this in my last skincare routine video, but I haven't finished it. So I'm still using this Tatcha Violet C brightening serum. You guys know I love the Sunday Riley CEO serum. It's still one of my favorites, but this has been a really good vitamin C. I don't think it's a life changer, but I think it's a very good vitamin C. I've had a lot of other people tell me they like it. So I've been using this one, and I plan to finish using it. So I don't have like a full report yet on this one, but so far I have liked it. I told you guys that I've been experiencing more dry skin lately with this pregnancy. So another product that I've been using, again from The Ordinary, is the Buffet. This is their peptide serum, but it has hyaluronic acid in it. To me, it's actually more hyaluronic acid than it is peptides. But peptides are nice for anti-aging and for, like getting your skin to feel a little bit plumper and everything like that. So I really like this. I actually like it better than their hyaluronic acid because that felt a little bit sticky, but this feels nice and smooth on my skin. I feel like it doesn't mess up my makeup or anything like that. So I put this on next after the vitamin C, and I've been really liking this. And then after that, I've been kind of like playing around with my moisturizers because I want to get something that's gonna really hydrate my skin but feel nice under makeup. And two that I've really liked, one that I've actually gone back to, is this Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar. A lot of people don't realize this, but this has a little bit of glycolic acid in it. I tend to use it in the morning. If I'm not gonna use a retinol alternative at night, then I will use this at night too. I think that's why people like the way this one works a lot is because of that like glycolic acid just always adds a little extra oomph to your moisturizer. People don't realize that glycolic acid actually helps to moisturize your skin when it's combined in a moisturizer. So this has been a really, really nice one. And so during this pregnancy, this one has come back out. Another moisturizer I've been using a lot, especially when I've been traveling and everything, I've been using this one from Dr. Jart. I don't even know if I say it right. Ceramidin. It's a ceramide cream. Ceramides are very hydrating for the skin. This is a very straightforward moisturizer, and that's what I like about it. It's also very affordable in my opinion. I think it's just a really nice, straightforward cream, and sometimes that's what you want. It's like when you use all these different ingredients on your skin, you just want something that's gonna be very plain, in my opinion, like something very straightforward and very simple in your moisturizer, and this is one of those. It really is. It's a very good moisturizer. And then the last product in the morning, it's especially important right now because I experience melasma while I'm pregnant, is sunscreen. I have been using this one from Ren. It's their Clean Screen Mineral SPF 30. It's very mattifying, which I like about this, especially in the morning because under makeup and everything, it's really good. I'd shown this on my Instagram recently that I was using it. I got a lot of comments from people saying, but it's only SPF 30. And one person even said, like, I thought all SPF should be at least SPF 50. But what I always tell people is your SPF should be at least SPF 30. Anything higher than that is great, it's just bonus, but SPF 30 is really where you want your SPF to be. This one has been good so far, I like it. It does go on a little bit white when you first put it on, but so far it has turned totally fine. Like it turns translucent after it's on your skin, and it hasn't left a white cast on my skin at all or left like a weird film or anything like that. And I haven't noticed any breakouts or clogged pores at all from using it. And that is my morning routine. So let's move on to the nighttime routine because it is a lot different actually. And I think that I think that that's the way it should be. I think your nighttime routine should serve a whole different purpose. So let's get into it. First off, you guys know I'm all about a double cleanse. Double cleanse is really important. I've had a lot of people message me asking if I don't really wear a lot of makeup or if I don't wear any makeup at all, should I double cleanse? And my answer is absolutely, because you have the entire day's grime on your skin, especially if you've had like sunscreen on your skin and everything. I find that a lot of sunscreens can be very pore clogging, and so you want to be able to like really get that off. So a double cleanse is a must at night in my opinion. I tend to use a cleansing balm or something like an oil as the first cleanse, and that's really gentle, so it's not going to strip your skin or anything like that. So it's not like you're over cleansing your skin either. You guys know I'm a big fan of the LMS cleansing balm, but I've had a lot of you complain about the price of it, so I've been testing out lots of different cleansing balms lately. I obviously still keep the LMS balm in my cabinet, and after a long day of wearing a ton of makeup like on camera and stuff like that, I still go back to that because I know it's going to work. But I do test out a lot of different ones. Two I've been testing. This one is from Vanilla Co. It's the Clean It Zero. This is really affordable. A lot of them sell apparently. It's a very popular product. There are some ingredients in it that a few of you might say are questionable ingredients. They're really just like emulsifying kind of ingredients. So in my opinion, it's not that big a deal. It's gonna come off your skin anyway. It's not irritating or anything like that. You're gonna make sure your skin is still not stripped. And that's kind of the whole purpose of a cleansing balm, is you wanna make sure, one, you're not stripping your skin, and two, it's actually very gently melting your makeup and making it so that your makeup is loose and ready to remove by your next cleanse. I just started using it, but I really am impressed, and I'm surprised I hadn't used it before, is this one from Algenist. It's their Genius Ultimate Anti-Aging Melting Cleanser. I'll admit, the reason I'd actually had it sitting around for a little while, and I just thought it was a gel cleanser, so I just had it like next in line for whenever I ran out of gel cleanser, I would pick this one up. But what's funny is when I did pick it up finally, I realized it was more of like a cleansing balm but in a tube, and it's working really, really well so far, so I like this one. I wouldn't say that this is affordable per se, but it is about half the price of the LMS one, and you get a lot in this too. For the second cleanse, what I have been doing, I always opt for a gel cleanser, and I actually tell people no matter what skin type you have, unless you have really, really sensitive skin, go for a gel cleanser. Gel cleansers are, nice for people with oily skin, they're nice for people with dry skin, they're nice for basically any skin type, so I always just pick up a gel cleanser. I'm not very picky about my gel cleansers as long as they cleanse. So this is one that I've gone back to lots and lots of times also. Another one from Philosophy. It's the Purity Made Simple One-Step Facial Cleanser. The way I use it is I've been using the PMD Clean facial brush, and I've been using this for a long time. I like to use it at night. Actually, you know what? I switch between that. Sometimes I use it in the morning, sometimes I use it at night. I really like it in my double cleanse as the second part of my cleanse because it really does help get into your pores and everything. And the way it works is it kind of like vibrates your skin, and it supposedly helps get everything out and loose. And so that's what I like about this. All I do is just put a little dollop on it, and then I wet this. I make sure my skin's a little bit damp, which it is already because I usually have just rinsed off the first step, the first cleanse, and then I just turn it on and I cleanse my skin with it for about a minute, not even very long, and then I just rinse. All right, next. This is one of the more important steps in regards to pregnancy, because a lot of the stuff I've been showing is like all the stuff I would have done pretty much anyway, even before I was pregnant. But when it comes to my nighttime routine, the biggest change is the retinol. You're not supposed to use any kind of product like retinol, retinoids in general, retin A, tretinoin, any of those kinds of ingredients because they've been proven to cause birth defects when they're taken orally. And so you don't want to take that chance even by putting it on your skin, because why? You want to make sure you have a healthy, happy baby. And then once the baby's born, you can start doing whatever you want after you're done breastfeeding. So I always just say skip the retinol while you're pregnant, but you can use a retinol alternative. And this one specifically that I've been using, these are from Ren. It's their bio-retinoid. This is their anti-wrinkle concentrate oil, and this is their anti-aging cream. I've been using both of these, sometimes together and sometimes alone. It kind of just depends on how I'm feeling, to be completely honest. There's no rhyme or reason to how I've been choosing it. Unlike a regular retinol, you can actually use this every single night, but I still like to give my skin a break every once in a while. So what I do tend to use is I'll put like a couple drops of this in my hand, pat it together, and then just pat it on my like T-zone area. And then after that, I'll just do a little pump of this and put this all over my skin and put it on my neck and everything too. And I've found that it's worked really well. I haven't had any breakouts. I feel like my skin does look pretty good considering that I haven't been able to have like Botox or fillers or anything like that for about a year actually. So I haven't had any of that stuff done because when we knew we were gonna start getting pregnant, I stopped doing all of my cosmetic treatments. I feel like this has really helped to keep my skin looking good, keep it looking young and fresh and everything. And this is what I've been doing for my pregnancy, is using this. This is by Augustina Spader. It's the Rich Cream, and it is an amazing product. I find myself using this a lot. On the nights where I am being really, really lazy, I'm so tired, I want to give this a big shout out because it's expensive, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of you guys, when you see me talk about this on Instagram, you look it up and then you're like, this is expensive. It's over $200 for this. This little bottle though has lasted me since December. I actually took this with me to New Mexico to see my family during the winter time. I love it. I don't know what the heck they did to this, but it's basically a cream that you can use on its own. You don't need a serum or anything like that. It's like a one-stop shop cream, which is one reason why I think it's worth the money, but it really is so good and I can't even begin to explain it. There's something different about your skin every time you use this. I really like this. This is the Rich Cream. They have one that's just more of a regular formula. I've been using this because I have drier skin and I did start it during the winter time, but I come back to this all the time and it really is. If you just want like one skincare product, this is it. Last couple of products, I really just want to give them like some honorable mentions. I started using this bioscience squalene and tea tree balancing oil. I don't know if you guys knew, but like I'd mentioned that I had this other one, this other oil from Votary, that's a salicylic acid oil. I obviously can't use salicylic acid while I'm pregnant, so I use this instead. I use this on my bikini line, and that's like TMI, but it really helps to soothe that area if you are waxing or shaving or anything like that. I've been using it on these breakouts that I've had, occasionally on like my back and kind of on my chest too actually, but more so on my back. I've been using this to really calm the inflammation and I've loved it. And then I always have lip balm. I always use a lip balm. I go back to Aven all the time. It's one of my favorite skincare brands. And this is a Cyclophay just lip cream, restorative lip cream, and it's a really good one. So that's my pregnancy skincare routine. I hope it gives you a lot of insight into what I've been using, what I've changed up. It hasn't really changed that much. If you guys have any questions though, you can feel free to ask me below. I did a video on mixed makeup on treatments and skincare ingredients you have to avoid while you're pregnant, so that's also a very helpful video. And I'm gonna do an entirely different video on the skincare I've been using for my body because it's a whole process as well. So let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.